Hello, and welcome to the Argyle CIO Leadership Forum Business Resiliency in the Age of AI. My name is Nick with Argyle, and it's great to have everyone joining us today. A couple of notes before I turn things over to our panel moderator. First, a quick reminder to stop by our sponsors' virtual booths at any time during today's event and for the following week. Our partners are committed to providing you with valuable content and a great overall experience. At any time during today's event, you can visit their virtual booths from the main agenda page, which include complimentary materials, information, and meet and greet opportunities. Throughout today's event, you will also have the opportunity to win one of several prizes. So be sure to check out the prizes and raffle rules tab of the interface to see how you can earn points. To ask questions throughout the session, simply type into the Q&A chat, and we will address your questions at the end of the session. Also, be sure to subscribe to Argyle on YouTube for exclusive access to all our past events. Now, without further delay, I would like to introduce our moderator, Lori D. Coombs, an associate professor at the University of Arizona Global Campus and senior research scientist with the DoD. We're super excited to have Lori and all our panelists for a panel discussion titled Redefining IT Leadership for the AI Age. Welcome, Lori. Over to you.
Greetings, everyone. Again, I'm Lori Coombs, and I'll be today's moderator. My background involves supporting Capitol Hill, the DoD, as well as being a senior program advisor for the Strategic AI and Women in Leadership programs at the University of Colorado Springs. I'm also founder of cyberjobs.world, a division of WWCM. As mentioned prior, my previous appointments included managing NASA's cybersecurity efforts. In my spare time, I enjoy supporting students who desire to pursue careers in STEAM via the nonprofit WWCM Academy as a director. At this time, I'd love to welcome all of today's attendees to the discussion and, of course, the participants. We have a dynamic panelist joining us today. Very excited to get started by introducing everyone. First up, before I turn it over, we've got Greg Bell. Greg is a highly accomplished global security and privacy cybersecurity leader at Amazon Web Services. He holds multiple advanced certifications in cybersecurity and management. Greg collaborates with global customers across various industries, including energy, government, and healthcare, as well as life sciences, to design and implement enterprise security solutions. Leo Rajapaksa has experience leading global infrastructure compute at Bimbo Bakeries at the US, overseeing on-prem data centers, cloud, edge, compute, security operations, enterprise architecture, and the infrastructure cloud PMO. Leo also drives the design and operations of Oracle ERP infrastructure, ensuring scalability, security, and business alignment. Ishmael Walsh is a senior manager of data science for Walmart, recognized for specializing in customer engagement and operational excellence that leverages data science and AI apps. In prior roles, she has served as an AI expert in several other industries, including oil and gas, as well as healthcare and pharmaceuticals. She's contributed at many top conferences and advisory boards as a leader, enhancing the responsible implementation of AI focused on societal good. And now that we've met our panelists, we'll go around the room, and if they have anything to add in return, we're welcome to hear that as well. I'll take a few minutes right now just to reiterate that the audience members are free to engage by raising hands in the chat. We'll be looking for that often. In the interest of time, questions may be answered toward the end of the discussion. Let's begin. I'll start the two-parts question with Leo. How can CIOs and IT leaders evolve their skill sets to effectively lead in the AI-driven enterprise? Additionally, what new competencies do you think are critical for IT leadership in the age of AI?
Well, thank you, Lori. So I believe for CIOs, understanding AI fundamentals, including machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, as well as develop proficiency in AI governance, ethical AI, responsible AI deployment would be valuable. Learning how to integrate AI into existing business processes to drive automations and efficiency is important. Also, from a top level view, aligning AI initiatives with business goals and revenue growth is important. Identifying opportunities where AI can create competitive advantages is definitely important. From a change management and AI adoption perspective, developing an AI workforce strategy, including reskilling and upskilling employees, is important. Addressing resistance by educating employees on AI values and impact. Understanding AI ready cloud architectures, hybrid multi cloud strategies, edge computing strategies, um, also optimizing IT infrastructure for AI workloads, including GPUs, AI model deployment, are important. From a cybersecurity perspective, it's important to recognize AI's security risks such as adversarial attacks, deepfakes, data poisoning, bias. That's important. And also fostering innovation and experimentation, encouraging agile experimentation with AI driven pilot projects, building an AI center of excellence, and also staying ahead of emerging AI trends like autonomous AI agents, generative AI, and AI driven automation would be important for CIOs. Thank you.
I do believe that you mentioned upskilling and reskilling, and I have to agree with you. Thank you so much, Leo. Greg, do you have anything to add to this question?
Thank you, Lori. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Um, I I believe that there's really five competencies that every IT leader should develop. First, IT literacy and technical acumen are essential. While you don't have to be a data scientist, it's crucial to understand the AI fundamentals. Second, ethical leadership and governance have become paramount. As AI becomes more prevalent, we must develop frameworks for responsible AI development and deployment. The third competency really is strategic business alignment. So, modern CIOs need to translate AI capabilities into tangible business value, align their AI initiatives with organizational goals, and demonstrate clear ROI for AI investments. Fourth, change management and cultural transformation skills are essential and vital. This includes leading organizational change in the AI era, managing fear and resistance to AI adoption, and creating a culture of continuous learning. And then finally, risk management and security expertise are more important than ever. We must understand AI specific security risks, implement risk security frameworks, and ensure compliance with evolving regulations.
Okay, thank you very much. Does anyone else have anything to add, Ashita, or should we move on to the next question?
Yeah, thanks, Lori, for asking. I mean, both Leo and Greg, great answers. Leaves little room to add anything more. But I think one more thing that, based on my experience so far in the industry, I have observed that the great point mentioned by Gregory is the change management and the resistance towards adopting and all of the skills, as well as the direction towards adopting AI itself is the trust. So, since the majority of the AI models and it's unexplainable most of the matter, so it's very difficult to have trust in the process as well as the tools or the models to even have that kind of established benchmark that what should we achieve before we go ahead with this kind of engagement. So there, I think the explainable AI makes a lot of difference, and also as a skill set, definitely people can look forward to have a good storytelling on when engaging with any other management, so that they also understand, as well as they can convince other people to have trust in that process, along with that responsible governance and other boundaries.
Absolutely. Just a recent example from my own experience illustrates this balance. When implementing a large scale AI project, we faced significant resistance from middle management, and we overcame this by creating an AI advisory board, implementing transparent communication channels, and providing comprehensive training programs. The results were transformative, right? Within a 30% improvement in operational efficiency is a strong buy in from skeptical stakeholders.
All right. Well, thank you. This next question also has two parts and dives into a hot topic in today's headlines. What are the key components of a successful AI strategy, and how can IT leaders ensure strong data governance while balancing innovation with compliance and ethical considerations? Let's start with Leo again. Or Greg.
Leo just came back on. Leo,
Are
do
you
you have
back?
this one or you?
He's having a bit of tech issue.
Okay, sure, sure. So as we navigate 2025, AI has become central to business transformation. It's a Its successful implementation requires careful orchestrated strategy. Today, I'll share some of those key components, but let me start what I consider the foundation of any successful AI strategy: a clear business alignment and robust data infrastructure. Organizations that succeed with AI don't start with the technology, they start with clear business objectives. So consider a hypothetical case. A mid-sized financial services company could achieve a 40% reduction in processing time by first identifying specific business pain points before implementing any AI solutions. Second critical component is what I call the data foundation trinity, really the quality, governance, and security over that data. Your AI is only as good as your data, and your data is only as valuable as your ability to protect and govern it. We're seeing organizations implementing what we call privacy first AI architectures, where data protection isn't an afterthought, but built into the very fabric of AI systems.
Thank you so much. I like what you said there. I think what you're really hitting on is that a successful AI strategy includes several key components: clear objectives, strong data governance, the right talent, robust infrastructure, and continuous monitoring. That's it.
Absolutely.
All right. Ishita, anything to add?
Yeah, sure. I can add again, Gregory, great answer. And Lori, yeah, the question is itself a lot insightful, since we understand there is a need for all of those components to be in the place first. And as Gregory mentioned, that every problem, everything starts with a goal that we want to achieve. It's be in a business or be in academia or research or government body, everywhere. I, based on my experience, I would say that every goal is case to case basis. We also have to modify those strategies, because what is applicable for usual commercialization of AI through retail may not be same for pharmaceuticals, may not be same for other security specific places. For example, you have experience with NASA, and where we are trying to gain public trust when we are coming with AI and automated solutions, most of the things are classified. So those would also need to be taken into consideration, how we are going to explain that when informations are classified, not within just within the organization, but also when we are providing the communication to outside committees. So that is one part that I feel is very important as one of the component that people should develop that skills and also feel the need to have those regulations and to have those components in mind. Another thing that I have observed, that usually, since the data governance or every processes to be on place takes so longer, so sometimes for to achieve the business goal faster, uh, there are organizations that try to struggle that how do they maintain the same level of trust and transparency. However, also they concurrently achieve the business goal. So there are certain POCs that they develop, or there are certain trial and trusted method that they try to achieve but fail. So I believe that there would be no shortcut of keeping a human in loop, or like having the proper infrastructure strategy approvals in place before we do that. So it's again coming back to the strongest leaderships or strategic capabilities, where the skills are mainly focused on the customer trust or the organization trust, and there would be hardly any shortcut if we want to bypass that.
I couldn't agree more. I like what you said, especially when it comes to balancing innovation with compliance and ethics. It requires creating a framework for ethical decision making, adhering to legal regulations such as GDPR, and incorporating bias mitigation measures while fostering a culture of the continuous learning and adaptation to technologies. Well done. All right. Leo, do you have anything to add?
Sure. So, from a AI governance compliance perspective, especially with the emergence of the EU AI Act, for example, I believe ethics as well as transparency, ensuring the AI models transparency, fairness, and explainability is important as well. That's what I would like to add. Thank you.
Sounds good. All right. This next question is also two parts. It considers the evolution of AI. How is AI transforming IT operations, and what new cybersecurity risks does it introduce? You may add, what proactive steps should IT leaders take to mitigate AI related threats? Let's start with Greg.
Oh, thank you, Lori. So the gap between IT capabilities and business expectations has never been more critical to bridge than it is now. As we move through 2025, the pressure to demonstrate concrete returns on AI investments continues to intensify. Let me share a framework that will help better create a stronger alignment and deliver measurable outcomes. First, let's address the foundation. Speaking the language of business, too often IT leaders approach AI initiatives from a technical perspective, focusing on the capabilities and features. Instead, we need to start every conversation with business metrics. For instance, rather than discussing the technical specifications of a machine learning model, we should focus on how it can help reduce customer churn by a specific percentage or increase operational efficiency by a quantifiable amount. So I look at this as really a framework of three things, right? Anticipate, align, and accelerate. So anticipate, I look at that as being proactive, identifying business needs before they become urgent, requiring establishing regular touch points with business leaders and maintaining an ongoing dialogue about their challenges and objectives. Then align, I look at that as creating a shared accountability for AI initiatives. It means developing joint KPIs that reflect both technical and business outcomes. And then finally, accelerate. Focus on delivering quick wins while building towards larger transformations. This involves creating a 90-day proof of value cycles where small case AI implementations demonstrate concrete business benefits. So, to make all this work, IT leaders need to develop new skills. Technical expertise is no longer enough. We need to become business strategists who happen to be technical experts, not the other way around. This means investing in business acumen, developing strong communication skills, and building deep understanding of industry specific challenges.
Well said. Ishita, anything to add?
Yeah, I mean that's a great elaborated answer by Greg as always. So it's again have little room to add, but I completely support that the last thing he mentioned. It's important to have the skill up for the technologies experts to have the business acumen and also the communications or the storytelling part of it instead of the other way around, because usually often the gap arises because at business level we understand something different and then we commit to some different goals without realizing what it would take technologically to make that happen. And then when we have a separate discussion with the technology experts team, we realize there is some gap that is and we don't know how to mitigate that gap. And I believe if we go the other way around, having the expert's opinion before we commit to a goal and how to achieve it, we straighten that out, and having that ironed out, we start working towards that goal. That would definitely help.
Well done. All right, Leo, anything to add?
Yeah, I would like to add a bit around cybersecurity and AI-powered cyber attacks. For example, these days attackers use AI for automated phishing scans and advanced malware generation, data poisoning, malicious actors manipulating AI training data to introduce biases, for example, as well as hackers extracting sensitive data through AI models through reverse engineering. So some of the ways to mitigate these are including educating your different user groups, starting from your end users to your data scientists around security, and ensuring that you have the right security frameworks in place. And obviously, it's a mix of people, process, and tools to ensure you mitigate these AI related threats. Thank you.
I couldn't agree more. AI is transforming IT operations by automating routine tasks, improving system performance through predictive analytics, and enabling better decision making with the data driven insights. However, it introduces new cybersecurity risks, such as AI driven insights like deep fakes and adversarial attacks. This increase in attack surface due to automation and potential vulnerabilities in AI systems themselves is something that I believe we should look into. To mitigate AI related threats, IT leaders should implement strong AI security protocols as well as monitor AI systems for unusual behavior, make the regular update to the models, invest in those threat detection tools, and it's up to us to train our staff to identify these AI specific vulnerabilities. Well done. This next question is two parts and it considers the business perspective. How is AI transforming IT operations and what new cybersecurity risks does it introduce? Let's think of some things such as what proactive steps should IT leaders take to mitigate AI related threats? We'll start with Greg.
Oh, thanks for that. So let's look at first, how is AI transforming IT operations? What we're seeing is the emergence of AI ops platforms that can predict and prevent system failures before they occur. These systems analyze millions of data points across networks, applications, infrastructure layers to identify patterns that human operators might miss. Second, AI powered systems is revolutionizing incident response, reducing mean time to resolution from hours to minutes in most cases. And third, AI is enabling more sophisticated capacity planning and resource optimization, helping organizations better manage their cloud costs and infrastructure scaling. But all this transformation brings significant security challenges. Some of those being First, let's consider adversarial AI attacks, where malicious actors can manipulate AI models to pass poison training data or carefully crafted inputs. Imagine a scenario where an AI powered security system is tricked into classifying malicious traffic as benign, creating dangerous blind spots. Second, these models provide theft and reverse engineering. As organizations invest heavily in developing sophisticated AI models for their operations, these models become valuable intellectual property targets. Third, looks at AI powered cyber attacks. So, militia actors are now using AI to develop more sophisticated phishing attacks, as talked about. To address these challenges, you really need to look at five strategy points. The first being the AI, implementing an AI model security governance. Organizations must conduct regular security audits of AI models and establish strict access controls for training data. Second involves establishing a robust AI security testing program where organizations should conduct regular penetration testing specifically designed for AI systems. Third is look at AI aware incident response plans. Organizations need specific protocols for AI related security incidents and the capability to quickly isolate and contain compromised AI systems. Fourth is looking at your security talent and training. Organizations must develop internal expertise in AI security and provide regular training for security teams on AI specific threats. Fifth, you look at zero trust architects for AI systems. This means establishing strict authentication and authorization for AI model. And looking ahead, I believe the key to success lies in treating AI security as a fundamental component of all your overall security systems and strategies, not an afterthought. It means building security considerations into AI systems from the ground up and maintaining consistent vigilance as these systems evolve. Um, just remember, our goal isn't to protect against current threats, but to build resilient systems that can adapt to emerging challenges.
I couldn't agree more. As we have heard from Greg, I do believe AI is transforming IT operations in such a way that automates tasks, optimizes system performances, and enables predictive maintenance. So we are aware that it helps improve efficiency, reduce downtime, and enhance decision making. So all of those points are very well made. Rashida, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I would just like to add one angle to it. So definitely we are talking about redefining the IT and the strategies around it. So I believe also there time, I mean, we need to have like a well-defined R&D department associated with it, which would not just build and deploy something and do just pure maintenance, but would also invest time and energy and a lot of advances in the research to identify what can be done as an enhancement to those strategies, and also the models itself as part of the prevention is better than cure, right? So from that angle, I have observed that in many of the industries, which is more on the customer focused or more on the, more triggered by the business objective or met or not, is usually lack on the R&D side, heavy investment that's required. And I believe like it is my personal opinion, but I believe having those R&D outputs or like the report reviewed with the executives of those business organizations, having a total understanding of what's the recent advancements, where they should invest, and prioritize their upcoming development would also help in this case.
Well said. Leo, anything to add?
Sure, Laurie. So I think just reverberating around security, for example, I believe there's a lot of security issues coming due to deepfakes, for example, voice and videos, all and combined, as well as social-based attacks based on phishing or even telephone calls, which are fully automated. So we are continuing to see across the board, across countries, that there are different types of attacks that are coming in due to AI technologies. So more and more capability needs to be put into ensuring the security end to end related to these attacks.
Thank you very much. I want to take this time to inform us that we're running close. So I'm going to just wrap up with one more. How can IT leaders foster stronger collaboration with business stakeholders to align AI initiatives with organizational goals and drive measurable business outcomes? Ishita, what are your thoughts?
Oh, thank you, Laurie. So, this is a great question, and the answers can be depending on which industries, and it's very specific, can be sometimes depending on what kind of cases we are dealing with. So, I would like to start with giving first example of retail. As a retail industry, I think Gregory would agree with me. From an AI standpoint, we identify the customer problem and then we define what we are trying to achieve from a solutioning perspective and how we are going to do that, which is our architecture design, come up with the OKRs that we finally want to meet in terms of customers or in terms of the transportations or the other, those areas. However, in this case, the stakes that we are putting is comparatively low if we compare with other industries like medical diagnosis or pharmaceuticals or healthcare, because there the stakes are extremely high if because one wrong diagnosis or one wrong thing can cost a person's life, which is very high risk. So in all of these cases, the one fundamental thing that is um, definitely required for fostering a stronger collaboration is that we make the model, obviously keeping human in the loop on all this infrastructure, as well as make it explainable to a point where there is definitely a strong trust from the as the user of those infrastructure. For example, if we are providing generative AI based decision surfacing towards the end user, definitely the reasoning would help the end user understand what they are thinking is aligning with the reasoning of the model or not. So, and the more we test it out, in a longer run, and we share those kind of test results with the business executives and other technology operation and operation wise executive, it definitely helps. In the other hand, though, when the more human lives oriented solutions are involved, for example, human safety in oil and gas or medical diagnosis for healthcare, in an ongoing process, we need human involvement to validate the reasoning or the outcome that the model is providing. So, in three different cases, or all of this, the main factor revolving around here is the trust and the governance. So if we want to foster that relationship more stronger, I believe, taking example of the human life specific cases, there has to be a human or a team sitting behind the model decisions and constantly validating it. Of course, the model would be assisting those humans that involved in the process, but 100% relying on a model to determine what's the final outcome of a diagnosis can have some trust issues to convince the business stakeholders or even to get approvals to get to the stage. However, if we are talking about retail, for example, having a model tested before the launch to the production for a longer duration and having those results reviewed where we have more than 90% and 95% success, can help the relationship to foster strong collaborations with cross teams, because there the stakes are low. And second, we are also looking at explaining those reasoning to the end users, through which the final results are achievable. So I think that is two different aspects that we can think about. Another aspect that I think we have already discussed is the governance that's already in place and revisited time to time. So I think, yeah, that would be from my side as an input.
Well done. I really like what you said from the human aspect. IT leaders can foster stronger collaboration with business stakeholders by establishing clear communication channels, as well as understanding those business objectives while they align the AI initiatives with those goals. That said, involving stakeholders early in the planning process helps, as well as setting shared expectations and demonstrating the value of AI through all of those data driven insights, just to ensure alignment. I do believe that regular process updates and feedback loops ensure that AI initiatives are continuously adjusted to meet evolving business needs. And this will help to drive those measurable outcomes and foster the collaborative culture that you speak of. Thank you. Does anyone else have anything to add?
I love your answer, and that was great. I think one other thing that just needs to be part of that is the fostering of innovation and experimentation. So, IT leaders should create an environment that encourages innovative thinking and controlled experimentation with AI technologies. So, well done.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I want to take this time to address any questions that the audience may have placed in the chat feature. I'm going to start with one that I see. What are the best strategies for IT leaders to align AI initiatives with business objectives? Greg, I'll start with you.
Awesome. Thanks, Laurie. So first, you need to build cross-functional teams that blend technical expertise with business acumen as one effective strategies. These teams include data scientists, business analysts, domain experts, project managers, etc. This approach helps ensure that AI initiatives are not only technically sound but also practically applicable and valuable to the organization. Second, implementing a robust change management strategy is essential for a successful AI adoption. The strategy should include comprehensive communication plans, training programs, and support systems to help employees at all levels. Fostering a culture of innovation and experimentation is crucial. IT leaders should create structured processes for ID generation, concept validation, and pilot testing of AI initiatives. Maintaining open and transparent communication channels with business stakeholders is vital through the life cycle. And finally, IT leaders should focus on developing sustainable implementation strategies that consider long term maintenance, scalability, and evolution of AI systems.
I like what you said about scalability. That's a very good point. Leo, what are your thoughts? Are you on mute, Leo?
Yes, I was stuck on mute. Sorry. So I believe that that's pretty important, and also while aligning strategy, it's very important to have a plan on your financial strategy, which is aligned with the business strategy as well. So because you are obviously looking at gaining ROI, are you going into a model of a self-funding investment? For example, your first phase starts bringing in good financial, either cutting costs at the bottom line or increasing revenue by top line growth. And based on that, do you want to scale and phase your implementations? And also, it's important to um, have a have a tab on your expenses. For example, I've seen quite a few different companies having graveyards of proof of concepts. It's important to do your housekeeping work and clean up those proof of concepts as well. That's what I'd like to add.
Thank you so much. Ashita, anything else to add?
Yeah, I think finance is definitely one important aspect that we need to look, because most of the time when we are when we were aligning AI initiatives with business objectives, we look at what are the cost for like the traditional solutions that are in the house, and then how we can enhance it, and then what are the timelines that is involved to enhance it, and how soon we can have a go to market, go to product launch strategy with the enhanced version of it. And with all the advancement of AI happening, even with AI agents, it's definitely effective to have a reasonable model on the production, to have like a continuous feedback loop that is constantly monitored and as well as regulated, with obviously keeping human on the loop. So that's one technological advancement which is cost effective. And also again, I feel it's what you mentioned to the one of the earlier point, that having those conversations with the business executives at the very early stage, to have them onboarded with our initiatives and have them educated on the AI initiatives that any organization is taking as part of the either growth or the R&D or any of the case, and show them also not just proof of concept but how that can drive value for the organization. And that is a key component to have it, finding definite use cases which aligns with the business objectives or the organizational goal overall.
Well said. There's another question in the chat that I'd like to get your feedback on. In what ways can AI enhance cybersecurity measures, and what new risks does it introduce? Let's start with Greg.
Thanks. So one of the primary ways AI enhances cybersecurity is through its ability to analyze vast amounts of data at speeds far exceeding human capabilities. Machine learning algorithms can quickly identify patterns and anomalies in your network traffic, user behavior, system logs that might indicate a security threat. This rapid analysis allows for near real-time threat detection and response, significantly reducing the time between the attack's initiation and its containment. AI-powered systems can also adapt and learn from new threats, continuously improving their detection capabilities. As cyber attackers develop new techniques, AI systems can help evolve through defense strategies and staying ahead of emerging threats. Um, and this adaptive capability is particularly valuable in combating zero-day exploits and previously unknown threats. AI also improves the efficiency of security operations by automating routine tasks and prioritizing alerts. This automation reduces the workload of human analysis, allowing them to focus on more complex security challenges. But however, AI offers significant benefits to cybersecurity. It also introduces new risks and challenges. One of the primary concerns is the potential for adversarial AI, where attackers use machine learning techniques to evade detection or manipulate AI-based security systems. For example, attackers may develop AI models that can generate malware capable of adopting to avoid the detection of AI systems. Another risk is the potential for AI systems to be compromised or manipulated. AI models rely heavily on data for training and decision making, so introducing risks related to data privacy and integrity. Organizations must ensure that their data used to train the AI systems is accurate, unbiased, and properly protected. Um,
Yeah, it looks like we've got another minute before our time ends today. With that said, I'd like to thank the panelists and the audience for attending today's discussion, and I will turn it over to Nick.
Well, great. Thanks so much, Lori, and thank all of you guys. You were great. This was a great discussion. And I want to thank everyone else for joining us today. This session, along with all of today's content, will be available on demand following the event. As a reminder, please be sure to check out the prizes and raffle rules section to see how you can earn points for the chance to win one of several prizes. Our next session will begin at 12:25 p.m. Eastern Time, which will be a thought leadership titled Building Scalable and Secure AI Applications, Challenges and Solutions. Please click on the join button that will appear on your screen to be redirected to the next session, and we look forward to seeing you there.